Welcome to Mrs. Pete's Thrifty Living. I'm so happy you're here today. Today is budget meals under $5. This is hosted by my friend Brenda at Maniac Grammy's Homestead. You can go over and check and see what she has posted today and what everybody else has posted. You can see I'm in a different area. First off, I want to tell you I got my root canal done yesterday. I'm happy to tell you it wasn't near as bad as I thought it might be. And he was able, first they decided to try to see if they could go through my crown and do the root canal that way. And they succeeded. It was very interesting. It didn't hurt. And they told me what was going on. So that is always a plus for me. I thought I was home free selling. It didn't hurt because I'd taken a pain pill. And then in the middle of the night, I woke up and boy, my pain level was pretty high. But, you know, they'd given me some ibuprofen, 800 milligrams, which I never take that much. But I got up, took that, and it wasn't long, and it was gone. This morning, I don't have any pain. I'm going to have a pill handy, though, for a little while. And you see the background. You know, I mentioned my son's little studio, and he's working on it now. I'm giving you a tour of that later, but I had a little woe of what I was helping him do. I'll tell you about that. But in the meantime, stay tuned for this wonderful recipe I have for you today. It was so good. I want to show you my dilemma. I was so disappointed in this. This is 2 curtains that I sewed together. But let me tell you what I did, and I'm going to have to take it out, and I was almost to the end. I matched my top up. You'd see at the top, those 2 seams. I matched them up, and I just slowly sewed down here, but I didn't realize it was stretching a little bit. I get down to the end, almost to the end, and I'm getting closer, and look, the fabric stretched that much. I guess it was the fabric, me stretching it. Now I have to undo from here up. Thankfully, it's just 1 seam, and start over. Oh my goodness. This is a project my son asked me to do, and I will be showing that. He built a tiny home in our yard. They called it a studio, and you've seen it in backgrounds, and I've showed little shorts of it at times, but they're getting it ready. They hope to sell it, and when it gets all done, I'm going to give you a tour. So, but that's my project that I've got to redo. Oh boy. I've decided to make one of these recipes. Let me show you. I know I mentioned it to you before. I'm going to make this chili relleno 4-ingredient. We'll see how it turns out. You know, it said a 7 by 11, and I'm not quite sure, so I'm going with this little square. I'm going to spray some of my olive oil. My friend gave me this. So I got that sprayed and ready to go. So what it says to do is layer half the chilies and half the cheese, and then again half the chili and half the cheese. And then beat eggs, milk, salt, and pepper. They didn't count that as an ingredient. And then pour it over it and bake it. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I don't know if I'm supposed to. I'm going to take just half of this, and it said 2 cans. Oh, goodness, I didn't read right. You know what I'm going to do? I was thinking it was the smaller cans of green chilies. So I ended up buying, and I think I'll do it. So I'm already veering from the recipe. You know, I'm good at that. I bought some of this green enchilada sauce. I think I'll put just a little bit of that down there. I think that will do it. Okay, now I'm going to layer them. So I've got both the green chilies and the green enchilada sauce on here. Well, let's see. I didn't use quite half of it. Let's use half. This is supposed to be making it easier than if you had chili rellenos. 16 ounce. What? Okay. I'm not reading anything right. I'm using half the amount of cheese that it called for, you guys. If you're doing this, maybe you can do it right. So I'm going to put a little bit here, about half of it. I always make less on my amount of cheese and fat items in my recipes anyway. The next layer, let me put just a little bit of this in it. This might make it too liquidy, but we'll see. Actually, this is the group we usually go to a restaurant, and somebody got the bright idea. Said, let's have it at the church and have a potluck. So I don't know whether we'll have a lot more. Usually, last time we had 18 that joined us for our out to eat. Who knows? Being at the church, so that'd be fun. I love all those girls anyway. No matter who comes or don't come. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit more here, then I'm going to put my eggs. I am making this a lot less on the cheese, but it's going to be pretty cheesy. Okay, I might have got a bigger bowl, but I think this will work. I need 4 of these eggs. It says to beat them. My oven is already preheated. It said to 350. And this is one of the few times I've turned it on. It's a little cooler and a little earlier than I would normally bake something. Heat this up where it's incorporated. Is that what they call it? Let me get a little salt and pepper. Oops. Okay. Salt. Cheese is salty also. More pepper. Let's go back in the bowl. Now, I was thinking to call for more milk, but it only calls for a half a cup of milk. Okay, let's see if I can do that with it. I've got a half cup measuring cup in there, but I found my 1/4 first, so I'm going to do 2/4. 2 1/4 makes a half. That's it. And that's the recipe, you guys, after I put this cheese on it. Now, one thing about having a bigger bowl, you could beat a little bigger without sloshing it out on the counter. Okay, let's move that aside. Get my dish back. After I wipe my counter off, got it kind of messy. Okay, here it is. Let's pour it in. See what happens. I have a feeling this is going to be good. Okay. Now let's finish the bag of cheese. This is really a lot more cheese than I normally would use on anything, and I'm only using half of it, you guys. Oh, that one's stuck together. Well, there it is. It's all ready. Let me bring it back where you can see it. All ready to go in the oven. I just took this out of the oven, and it looks so good. It came out clean. I took a knife in the middle and came out clean. And look at this. You can see how it cooked nice and done. And I'll be taking that in just a few minutes. I am running behind. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you'll come back for Friday hauls. And I pray God just blesses you so much today.